Hello guys, I will explain to you selection sorting algorithm. I'm not an expert by any means, but I just know enough maybe to help you. Okay, let's go. So we have this array, and we want to sort this array. I know many programming language you can just they have already built-in sort functionality, but maybe in a problem you are asked to do this, or in interview question you're asked to do this, or it's like good practice to know how things are done. It's good to know. Good to know. It's always good to know. Okay, so we have this array. Hmm. We have this array, and we want to sort this array. How would we go about doing this? Hmm. One might think is we create another array and we go loop through this array, find the smallest, like create another array here. Mm-hmm. We have another, go iterate through this array, find the smallest element and append it here, and remove, append this one here and remove it from here, for example. Hmm. And we loop, iterate through this again. What is the smallest one? Is 2. So we will put 2. Yeah. Okay, so we have the theory in mind. How? We have the theory in mind. How do we implement this on code? This is it's called sorting, selection sorting. It's like find the smallest one and append it. This is like what the algorithm is all about. So now let's try to implement it. Let's try to implement it in the code. Okay. Okay, you don't need to do that. Just me. I think you can pick any editor and try to do that. So we will try to copy this. Mm-hmm. We'll add one here and add two here, for example. Okay. So what we do need now to do is we have to do two things. Is we need to iterate and find the smallest one, smallest element in the array, and then we need to create a new array and append the smallest array to the new array, to append the smallest element in the old array to the new array, and remove it from the old array so we can iterate another time without the old one being there. I don't know if you understand, but I think we need two functions here. The first functions, the first function is to find the smallest element, and the second function is to remove the smallest element, append it to the new array. I think that's you pretty easy, you can understand. So now we'll find smallest element. Okay, that's fair. So how do we find the smallest element? That's the question. Hmm. I think a better way is, like we have to iterate. I think that's obvious, and we have to have some sort of variable so we can compare it, you know. And if it's smaller, compared to the next one, and if it's smaller, like like store it on the variable, and you go, this is not like you find it smaller, and then sort, I don't know if you understand me, but like we have a variable and we store the smallest value on it, and we loop through the array, and if we find a smaller value, like replace the value of the array with this, you know. Okay, so we have here the smallest, the smallest, the smallest, like the smallest. We'll do a variable of the smallest element, and I think this function needs, we give it the argument of an array, and here we will give it like the first array, you know. Okay, I think that's, and now we will look for e in range the length of the array. Okay. Mm-hmm. We loop through now, and if array e if array e is smaller than the smallest element, if the array e is smaller, if the array e is smaller than the smallest element, then the array e store it as the smallest element, and then go to the other one, and if you find smaller than it, then store it on this. I hope you understand. Like you have to understand. I think that's pretty basic, you know. And we store it. If we find, like, we go like this, we go through five, you know, five, and is it smaller? No, it's like equal, and three is like smaller, so we sort three here. We go seven, two is smaller, so we sort three. Two would become like this. Is how it goes, and then we would return the smallest element. Okay, let's test out this. Let's give it a print, and print the find smallest element. Okay, let's test it out to see. Yeah, and let's find. Let us check. Yeah, it finds like one as the smallest, as the smallest one. Find it. Let's test if it's true. Let's give it like a zero here. See if it will find zero. And yeah, it did. Let's give it like a negative number. We'll give it like here to confuse it. We'll give it minus 32. 23. My bad. It's a bit annoying, but yeah, whatever. Yo, what's up, bro? Let's go in this. Okay, so it's the minus one. I think now we're doing good. Now we will create the other function. I think we will need the index in the new function. Okay, let's create it first. Like first sorting, and we will give it the argument of the array because we will need it, and we will like make the new array here. New array, like it's empty, and now we will find the smallest element, remove it, and append it to the new array, and then go again and again. So we have to look for a in range and array. Okay, that's cool. So we have to find like the small, call it small, and find smallest element of we call the function above, and we give it small, and then here on this small we have the new array. we have the new array, and then append this small. Small, it will be returned from here, and it's gonna be the smallest here. But hold on a second. We should do like array pop small. But if we need pop, I think we need the index. Yeah, we need the index, not the element itself. So we can put okay. It's a bit tricky. Yeah, okay. Oh, we will give it here like index equals 0. We will give it the index equals 0, and here will come, and if indeed it's smaller, so store the index here. Like the same logic goes from the index, and here we will return the index instead of this. Yeah, we need the index here so we can do the pops thing. We need the index and not the, like, according to my knowledge, this is like what I know. As far as my knowledge is, as far as I know, it's like this. We need the, for pop we need the index and not the element. Okay, I think that's cool. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's about it. And now we'll return the new array. The new array. Like we go through each one. We go through here. Yeah, I think you got the idea. Okay, now let's test it. Finger crossed. Okay, sorting and array. We'll give it this array above. Okay, let's say if it's sorting it. Yeah, it's actually not sorted. What the fuck? What the fuck did we do wrong here? Append small. Something's not right. Yeah. This index, it should be like this here. Yeah. And now it's sorted like, oh, thanks God. That would be very embarrassing. Yeah, I know maybe you won't understand everything, but I like when I go on YouTube, I try to find some guys to explain to me this. I would find just guys like trying to, it's like narrowing the code, they are not explaining the thought experiment like you see. So I think it would be helpful for you if you're seeing me struggle going through this, and you would understand it better. If you didn't understand some part, like you could just go ask ChatGPT or something. I think I think that's good for you, bro, to understand how things are going. Yeah. That's how I would like to watch people explain stuff to me, not pretend they are like so smart and like memorizing the code. So you see me going through the code. I struggle to do this. So hope you get something out of this video. Subscribe or don't subscribe. I don't care. Okay, have a good day.